Yeah, that's fine.
So you bought this with 600 miles, 2016?
Yeah, I got it from Sandy Sansing Ford in Alabama.
Uh-huh.
The Navy guy that had it, and I guess he kept getting in trouble with it, so he had to trade it in on a truck.
As far as speeding is concerned?
Yeah. He said he got 2 tickets in the first 600 miles, so I guess the Navy made him trade it in. At least that's what they told me. So I got it for $52,000. MSRP I think is $55, but they sell them for usually right around $60.
Oh, really? That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah. So I was looking for a Cayman GTS.
You were?
Yeah. And this was more affordable and faster.
Now, how did you get to the Cayman GTS as far as selecting that car?
I like the way they look. Yeah. They're mid-engine, and I like Porsches. So.
Have you driven them, the GTSs? Or any Caymans?
Well, just a base model Cayman.
The base model, what year?
I think it was a 2012.
What did you think of that generation?
It wasn't bad. I mean, it was brief. I was tinning it for a guy.
Yeah.
And,
was it a PDK?
With the shifters?
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't an actual 6-speed car. It was a girl's car, nice. But I liked the way it felt. I liked the layout.
Yeah.
The interior was super nice. The buttons had a nice click to them, so it was refined. So I liked it. Figured a GTS would be more my style with 6-speed in it.
Yeah, because you got that mid-engine balance of the Caymans, right? But that, I mean, there's such a premium that you pay, power for the money and reliability. Well, I guess Porsches are pretty reliable cars, right? Yeah. Just the cost of the running cost on that car is significantly more than.
Yeah.
I mean, how about this? Is there anything unique to these GT350s that is, like, as far as maintenance is concerned, or cost of running and?
Well, the brakes are expensive.
Because
it's got the factory Brembos. It's got a 5.2 liter cross-plane V8, so it fires left bank, right bank, left bank, right bank. Those motors aren't going to go in any other car, so they're going to be expensive when they fail. It's all motor, no supercharger, no turbo, 525 horsepower.
Have you heard of any, besides reliability, did you do any research on what people are experiencing so far, as far as any issues? Or
from what I understand, one of the biggest issues is that if you don't torque the oil filter down, it will fall off and then catch your car on fire. So.
You know what? It's interesting. What's the torque spec on the oil filter?
I don't know.
It's interesting about the S2000s because I think the torque spec is about 16 foot-pounds, and people say you really got to torque that filter because you can't get it to spec by hand, and that's a really critical piece because it's such high revving and the pressure on that filter.
And you start losing oil quick.
So I started torquing that with my torque wrench now at 16 foot-pounds, but you can't possibly get it to the right.
With your not where it's at.
Not where it's at. But that's not too bad as long as you get the oil filter right. I mean, man, this is great. You mind if I get the interior a little bit?
Do what you gotta do. It's dirty.
Oh, this is great. Look at that red line, man. This is like an S2000.
That's why I like it. So it's like an Aston Martin muscle.
Do you feel relatively low to the ground on this?
It feels right. The car doesn't. When you're driving it, it doesn't feel as big as it is. It feels smaller than.
How about the weight? Do you feel it as far as no?
No, I can't find any fault with this car.
Yeah.
I'm used to small cars, MR2s, S2000, this was a bigger car, but I can't find anything wrong with it. I've tried.
Now, do you think the R is worth the premium?
No, not really. I would rather have one, of course. The difference on the R is it has a differential cooler.
Yeah.
It has a sensor for the differential. You have a couple more sensors on the motor, the front lip spoiler, the rear wing. And you got the carbon fiber wheels. That's the only difference on the car. If you have a track pack, it doesn't have a radio, and it doesn't have back seats. But for what for what you can get one of these for, it's.
I mean, if you're gonna be dailing this car or driving it,
you don't want
to. And those carbon fiber wheels, I heard, are thousands each, thousands of dollars. I don't know, $3,000-$4,000.
It's an.
I don't think they'll look that great, but I know it's functional. It's light. Yeah, I seen them. I think the R, you can tell the difference by. I think it's got red badging on it.
Yeah,
it's got a red accent or something like that.
And the front lip spoiler sticks out another 6-7 inches.
I mean, unless you know these cars, sometimes you can't tell the difference. You can't really. Now, are you aware Ford is going to continue to produce this car in the next coming year? Any news on that?
I'm not sure. I think that when the GT500 comes out, I hope they'll stop making them. You know, I hope they stop. I know the GT500 is probably going to have a twin turbocharged 5-liter in it, so it'll make this car valuable because it's the only thing that's going to be all
naturally aspirated, man.
They're not going to use this engine in anything else, so that'll keep the value up.
Focus RS over there.
I guess we missed it. Dang it. We should have.
It's an awesome car.
Oh, you see the number 19 there?
Yeah,
He's been doing something with that. Do you mind if I look at your engine?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, thank you. What's your name?
Alex.
Alex, thanks, man. I haven't really had a chance to look at these up close.
Yeah.
First thing I did was take the stripes off of it. It had black and white.
You know, I think that looks Hey, nice Focus RS, man.
350, man.
Man, are you tracking this? I see number 19 autocross track event.
I took to the track last night. I got a 8.89.
Yeah.
8th mile.
Wow.
Nice. What did you track it?
Green Cove Springs.
Same.
Yeah?
You guys, same time.
That's pretty sweet.
You should check out the firm. Have you heard?
Yeah, I want to go there.
We're gonna be doing a track event on the 23rd. There's gonna be a bunch of S2000s there.
Really?
Yeah, October 23rd. You should check it out.
I have to.
Nice car, man. Enjoy.
Good night.
Take care. Yeah, that's nice. All right. Well, he's got his daily dose of attention because I'm sure everybody asks him questions about the car.
Right.
I mean, this car too. I mean, I'm sure.
Yeah, those are so.
See what happens? You get a little distracted, man.
He got pissed.
This car is so fast.
He got pissed because he hit it.
It's okay. It's a race car.
I scrub this thing all the time.
Yeah, you can replace it.
I usually.
Is this replaceable here, or does it come with the bump?
They come on.
I have used my S2000 too. I drive my cars a lot.
Now, what do you get out of? I mean, besides the power, right? Is there something that you miss from the S2000 as far as how it drives, or anything from that car that's hard to get it elsewhere? And I'm not leading the question here. Just if there is anything. I mean, does this car replace anything else that car offers you?
No, I can't say that this car has any faults in comparison to the S2000.
Yeah.
The only thing the S2000 has is the convertible. This is the only car that I would have over an S2000.
The only car.
The only car.
And what's like the one thing that says, okay, this is the reason why I will take this over the S? Is the high revving engine that continues to give you that driving experience?
It's just brutal power.
Brutal
it
power.
never stops pulling, and it doesn't spin. So it puts every bit.
This is the beauty of an engine, man.
That engine, bro.
Look at that, it's so clean.
One S2000 engine right here.
It's pretty much what it is. It's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Now for 50,000, right? That's a brand new Cayman base. Maybe a 718 starts around. And I drove it, and it wasn't that exciting. I mean, the fact that you don't have the naturally aspirated flat six anymore is just it's fast, but
this is definitely the best money for best car for the money.